Produce Aisle. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I wanted to I was listening to, blah, blah, blah. Let me back up. Hi. I hope this is working and the sound is working and everything. So this week, my friend Kianra of Kianra Music, go subscribe to her channel. It's really good. She let me know about a contest. You know what? I think she let me know about it last week. Anyway, I promptly forgot about it until the day before it was due. So I decided to just kind of flash compose something and just put it out there, because I'm all about having those kind of like, well, that's the time I have for it, so that's what it's going to be kind of thing. Kind of steamrolls my perfectionism, which is a good thing. And I came up with a composition, but that I think is a pretty good composition, but I feel like the production is lacking, and especially it just doesn't have oomph that I want it to have, and I would love to kind of try to like analyze it live with y'all today. I was listening to Ryan Leach, who is doing this contest, do some analysis of entries from his last contest, and I thought, oh, okay, this is, I'm not that I expected to win or anything. And these kinds of things are just a great opportunity to see what I can do quickly. But it was, he really goes in depth, and I want to try to figure out how to use my tools better. So let's have a listen to this piece of music that I made. And I did this animation. I didn't make the picture. The art's by Jan23. So there you have it. Let's see. So let's look at the file itself, first of all. So yeah, it just doesn't have the kind of like heart thumping thing that was in my head when I was writing it. Like I was writing it with these big drums and the kind of like big boomy bass and synth bass, and it's just not, the goosebumps are not there. So I want to try to figure out why. And I feel like the composition itself, I tried to make it kind of circular so that it could be looped as if in a game. And that was kind of a new way for me to think about compositions too. It could be no longer than 90 seconds. Altogether, I think it's like have like a minute and 12 seconds. So it's the right amount of time. But yeah, so let's go through each of let's go through the instrumentation and through each of the instruments and how I processed each of them, to see what we can do to like beef this up. Because yeah, I didn't have a lot of time to put this together, but I feel like that there's things I could have done that would have made it just like a little better. So hi, Andre, how are you? Yes, please. I'm so glad that you're here. Please let me know what you think about improving each piece of music for next time. And it's something that like I think it's a kind of exciting piece of music, so I might try to like license it on Pond 5 or something like that. I'm just getting into that, and I feel like I have lots of little pieces of music that would be good for like social media ads and promo spots and things like that. Just little things that like kind of micro licenses that I have all these little bits of music and I could make them work for me. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Hi. Let me know if you can hear everything okay on the stream too. Yeah, so let's see, make sure you can hear it from coming direct from the DAW. Yep, looks like. Let me know if it's stereo too. Let me double check to make sure that everything's stereo. Because that'd be kind of lame. Yeah, I want to make sure that that's okay. Well, it looks like it's stereo. Anyway, yeah, so, and of course on the DAW, like, it always sounds better than when it's mixed down into an MP3 and put on YouTube, but still. A way to go about this is I may want to mute everything except drums and bass and just work on that for a while, because that's such the foundation. That's something one of my mentors, Vincent Corver, talked about, how the bass is like everything. The bass is the foundation for everything. It's what the house sits on. You can't ignore it for like that driving power. So let me just, on the drums here, did I not run? Yeah, no. Okay. I did some different things here. So I have my Sitala kit, which is it's an 808 kit, but I switched out the kick drum for this sample, which is rather than the 808 kick, which is like a longer, boomier. I just wanted something kind of quick, which I don't know if it's working. Okay, hi! Yay! Nice to see you in the chat. We are analyzing what I can do to make this, like, give this track some guts, that, like, it's in my mind that it's this, like, big, boomy, kind of tribally. I wanted to be like Wakanda meets Tron sort of thing. So I feel like the idea is there, but the execution is not. And so we're trying to figure out what all I can do along each little piece of this piece of music to beef it up, give it dimension, depth, and make it cool without, like, really adding to the arrangements. I feel like the pieces are there. So anyway, glad you're here. Yeah, let me know if you have ideas for that too, because that's what I'm here trying to do. All right, so now that I have soloed just the drum parts, so part of the drums is this the Sitala 808 kit, and then the other part is this SFZ. It's the Taiko drum, and I know that this is something I could improve. I actually bought a really expensive sound library of Taiko drums for the free Contact player that I have been, I don't know, too lazy, too intimidated to, like, mess around with. So that's on my list of things to do. But this felt like, oh, this is a really quick turnaround on this on this contest. It's due tomorrow, and I'm already familiar with this instrument, so it's what I used. Anyway, let me play this with just the drum and bass. Let's talk for a minute about this bass too. This bass came from the Jazz and Sounds community. They did a pack called Cyberwave, which is just phenomenal. That just came out with it, and it has all these great sounds. I used, I think, two or three of those vital presets from that new pack, and it's free. To go check that out. I think I even linked it in the description here, and if not in this description, in the race video that I made. So this is a big a big, cool, like Reese-ish bass. Nice and like crunchy. But let's see what we can do processing wise to make it like beefier. And there's a couple of things that I could have done. So one of the things, and this is controversial, but I don't know. I like to put the bass a little bit wider than mono. And I didn't do that here because I was like, oh, I got to keep it in mono. So I'm going to try some things first. Let's do channel tools and then give it increase ambience. Let's see what that does to it. Without, not that big a difference. And I usually have a wider bus. Yeah, where I have channel tools on there. So let me, instead of putting that as an effect on the channel, let me try that as a send to my wider bus. See what we think about that. That's pretty dope. And I still feel like it could be beefier. So let's try something. I have a couple of things. I have the Blue Labs Infra, which makes kind of a sub bass. And then I have another sub bass by the Master Desk people. So here, we'll try them both. Here's Infra. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to save this as today. Cakewalk crashed quite a bit when I was working on this as well. So I don't know. I've been thinking about Kiana has been really trying to sell me on Cubase, but I've been thinking about learning Cubase or also Ableton. I don't know. It feels like Cubase is a little bit more for people who are doing like orchestral cues, which I'm interested in. I like doing that stuff, like what this piece is, or electronic stuff. It seems like to be the more Ableton wheelhouse, but I think Ableton can kind of do everything. What is today? It's the 1st. Happy February, y'all. It's Mardi Gras around here. Happy Mardi Gras. Went to the first parade, my first parade of the year, called Chewbacca's, which is the best. It's the best parade. It's the nerd parade. It's so good. It's just all these references to fantastic sci-fi fun things. And it's all puns and goofy light up. It's at night, of course. So it's a really fun one. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, it crashed. So it may do that today. I don't know. Cakewalk may crash a bit. We'll see. Let's see. I want the phantom frequency to be like 60. That seems to be a nice beefy frequency. 60-ish, yeah. And it's gonna be tough. Like, I think a lot of my problem, a lot of the time, has to do with translation and monitoring. I have these headphones, which are pretty good. These are Personas. What are these? HD7. I actually don't know the specs on them as far as like how low can you go with these, but I mean, nothing is gonna have the kind of like heart pounding big sound wave feel as like great big studio monitors, which I don't have. I just have like little $100 jobs that at least have like a flat frequency response. They don't color the sound. I used to mix with commercial like 4-foot Sony speakers, like I feel like my dad used to have in our living room kind of thing. And those were sort of fun because they had a big sound, but yeah, they're definitely tweaked with a frequency spectrum of their own. Like, yeah, so certain things are bumped and certain things are dipped so that I would have to overcompensate or undercompensate, whatever. So it's better to have a flat frequency response, which is what these headphones are and what my like smaller monitors are. But like, I want to get the big sound. I don't know. Maybe if I work on trailers one day, I'll like, yeah, be able to get some giant monitors, bother my neighbors, but oh well. What's this do? All right, so without it, and with, without, it's really subtle. Okay, so the other one I want to try is, it's called it's by Plug-in Alliance. It is the Subsynth. BX Subsynth. It does something kind of similar. Andre, say, I moved into my new home office this weekend. Congrats. And now I have a KRK Rocket 8 speakers. Ooh, these are awesome. Okay. I will take a recommendation. Yeah. Cool. It's definitely going to be one of my upgrade things, possibly this year, to have better monitoring, because I think that that's just one of those things that makes for better music. And it's so, I don't know. It doesn't feel important when it didn't feel important when I was just starting out, where it's like, good music is good music no matter if it's kind of coming through. But I think that there's subtleties of knowing your equipment that makes for better craft. All right, so let's have a listen to this sub instead. Ooh, I can already feel a little difference in that. So without, beef it up. All right, let's try this one again. Nice. You can hear real bass for the first time. Man, I mean, because it takes physical space in a room to feel those longer sound waves. And I'm not like a physicist or anything, but it does make a physical difference in your body. The infra seems a little warmer to me. All right. Well, let's leave the infra on. And what else can we do? Let's look at the EQ too. I probably should have looked at that first. So there's something I wanted to bump it here to give it bite. Because it does need the bass, I feel like could benefit from a little bit of a bite in the front end. Oh man, every time I do these like frequency sweeps, I'm like, all right, it's time to automate that in. So that's what we're doing now. I think that could make it sound really cool. So we're gonna do that. All right, let's go. Once my driver decides to behave. I need to pin it. Pin. There we go. All right, here we go. Why can't I grab it? Why? Okay, let's try this again. Coming with me? There we go. All right. Wow, what is happening? This is being super glitchy. Is it because I pinned it? It seems like that can't be it. Let me back it up. Why? What is happening? I do this all the time. Why is this misbehaving now? Let's try this again. Delete all that. YouTube, goodbye. All right. Okay. Here we go. Ableton has LFOs that would do this kind of stuff automatically, which is pretty appealing to me. But yeah, that already gives it like a little bit of a depth and difference. I see it's going into the red already. We'll deal with that in a minute. Fun. So now let's deal with it peaking here. You see it went red. Like these. I have this little I put this little magnifier on my mouse, and I want to try to remember to use it sometimes, so if it's helpful. Okay, so let's take another look at what we could do to the bass. If I want the bass to be the main event, and I kind of do, first thing I go for is this is, I don't know if this is bad or not. We'll see if it sounds good. Cakewalk Boost 11 was just like make it loud. Make it loud without going into the red. That's its job. And I can adjust it somewhat too. Yeah, Andre, exactly. And that's what I've been doing, is like drawing in the sine waves to make it as if it was an LFO. Absolutely. I remember when I was taking classes with Cy Medway Smith, he uses Ableton and is a developer for Ableton. He was using the LFO on all the stuff all the time, and I just loved it because it makes things sound so like alive and breathing, and fun. So I want to see how this is sounding in context without it soloed. Take the writing off that. I mean, it already has more beef for sure, but now like the bass is taking over everything else. So let's talk about these drums, these taiko drums, and what can we do? What can we do to make these sound cooler and better? And I did try to you know what? I want to throw these into the same folder so I can solo everything all at once. Okay. Nice thing about folders. Is that you, Andre, that told me about folders? And like here, I don't have anything else in folders except for the drums, but man, it's helpful. Okay, so that first sound, and it's interesting. I use the even though it's sort of not, it's not like the sampler kit, because it's using like the keyboard. I use the step sequencer anyway, just to. I find it fun to write with the step sequencer, and it just like makes things instantly in time, and I feel like it's easier to experiment, change things. So I gave everything a little bit of a swing to give it that ba-bum, 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 which was kind of a neat thing. I feel like that's part of what gives it like the tribal flavor, is having that swing to it. Yeah, I don't have control over the individual sounds the way that I do with the sampler. So what's in the kit is kind of like what's in, or what's, how to say this. What you see is what you get. So like that's the sound. It's just one of the keys on here. They're all a little different. So I tried to do some EQing of the individual, so I could put all the boomy ones on one and all the clacky ones on the other. Oh yeah, Andre, the draw tool. The draw tool is great. Totally. Yeah, and that can work really, really well. I tend to, yeah, and you can do it automatically too, which is cool. Yeah, I feel like I have done that for some things. I do it a lot. I use the draw tool, especially the automatic like sine wave one, for panning quite a bit. But yeah, a lot of times I go by feel, so I'm like listening to the track and writing at the same time. But yes, the draw tool is awesome. All right, so let's look at these booms. It's the first sound in the track, and what do I have? I have the decapitator on them to give it like a slight bit of distortion so it cuts through. Here's without. Here's with. And listening to it now, I feel like it actually makes it muddier. So let's do a careful look at the EQing here. I think again, this 1K was me wanting to find a top edge. Let me flatten out the EQ and we'll have a listen to it. Flatten out-ish. See what's the best way. That's such a different sound, isn't it? Okay, so let's just like sweep through. There's sort of a floppy sound right here, not a fan of. Let me just solo the booms. It's like a floppy wobbly sound, so like let's dip that out. What we got down in the lower end? Mud. Ooh. Ooh. 50 sounds great. So let's boost it at 50. Take out more of this mud too. And in context, it totally disappears. All right, so I guess what also we can do is take these booms and see about compressing the bass around the booms. I think I did try some of that, so like let's just try it again. Let's try it with the EDM pump because that's a more severe setting for that. And let me send. Am I sending it to the right place? Yep, I am. So let me try soloing just those two and see how if they play nice together. By themselves. A little bit. What? Oh, there we go. That's a lot clearer already. Nice. I think the hard knee is working. Whoa. Don't need the extra gain. that already sounds better, doesn't it? I'm going to save this one as the thump, 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 pump. Sounds bad, but it's descriptive. All right, and back in context. Let's take some of this atmosphere and also try to compress it around that. I think I've also lost a little bit of focus about what's most important here, and I kind of want that drum to be like the driver. I want it to be the main driver of this thing. So I think I have some of my atmosphere things that are just too they're swirling around, and that's nice and all. So here, let me play you the atmosphere things that I've got going. I've got this strings on air, which is the augmented strings setting dark raises. It's really cool sound. Here, I'll play it for you. Ooh, okay. 4 to 5K boost for the attack of the drums, you say, Andre? All right. Let me play with that a little bit. And then I'll get back to the compressing of the atmospheric things. 4 to 5K. That seems so high, but let's try it. Okay. Take off this high pass. Oh, I see. To give it the slap. Wow. Okay, let's see. Find a good one. Oh, there we go. Interesting. Wow. All right, in context. Cool. Okay. I really like that. Thank you for that. It puts more of a top on it. I think I get afraid of having my like bass instruments go into the upper territories, and likewise with my upper instruments, having them go into the lowers for muddiness, clarity. But yeah, things like that where you need like a transient on the sound for it to cut through a little bit. So, that's a cool tip. All right, let me go back to my experiment with putting compressors on my atmosphere-y things. So let's go put the Sonatus compressor on this thing and give it a little squish. Maybe a little more of a squish. And do the same thing on copy it over, hold control, and pop it over to this other sound, which this is a cool sound too. I'll play this one. This is another Jazz and Sounds community sound. It came from, I think, the Cold Winter pack of community sounds. Just incredible. Yeah. Sam, hi. How are you? Welcome. You're asking, what are those melodies playing with? What sound? Yes, they're arpeggios. We will get to those. I'm just starting from the foundation things. C, and I will get to that next for sure. I think it's Vital though. Yeah, it's like an arpeggio with Vital. That I had like modified from a Black Lotus Audio's preset. Black Lotus Audio makes excellent presets. A lot of them, they have a lot of good free ones too on their website. So I always love that. All right, so I've got a couple of compressors on these, and I put ears on them, and I want them to listen to these booms. So you and you. Strings on air and Antarctica. Okay. Oh, you know, it would help if I... Yep. Cool. That's pretty neat, actually. I'm digging that. Okay, I'm gonna scooch this over so I can see it better. So I'm gonna Alt and move it on over to my atmospheric thingies. Right. Yeah, I agree, Sam, that those melodies are a little bit bright and like they're not quite the focus. I think I made them more the focus, and they need to be more flavor than focus, if that makes sense. Yeah. Curious if I instead make this more of like a pumping sound, can like give it that kind of like sucking feeling, which might be cool. I'm liking that so far. All right. So now, but I think what it does, it adds gain, and I don't need that. Not sure why I made this setting to add a little bit of gain, but oh well. Okay. So now let's talk about those melody instruments. That guy. No, not that one. Where are you? This dinky one. Yeah, it's in your face. It is bright. So first thing to do, let's try turning it down a little, shall we? I want it to be kind of like in the background. I also have it bumped up on its air. So maybe filtering it back or playing with the filter. Like opening up the filter and then closing it again might be a really, really cool way to do it. So actually, let's just like play with that now. With stuff not soloed, that'd be great. Okay. Pin this up. Like that. Let's try some of that. But having it filtered down is pretty cool. So it sounds like kind of farther away and like more part of the texture. So let's try that. This is interesting. Like I like how I just have nothing to lose here because it's already in and done. But this is a neat little piece of music and I like it. So thanks for taking the time to work on it with me. Always appreciate your company. Well, I am working on these things, just trying to improve my craft, make things better. And if it helps somebody along the way, all the better. Yeah, let's listen to Sam, good idea. Maybe filter more of the midsection. Let's listen to let me do the same thing where I'll flatten this out and let's really listen to what's all in this sound. So I was making decisions pretty quickly. So let's have a listen with let's see, where does it come in? Somewhere. Comes in somewhere. This little aura thing. Okay, yes, okay. And you know, I have it it shouldn't affect the EQ, the freezing of the thing. I could go in and change the sound in the actual preset, but I I don't think I want to do. I think I'll just do some EQ work. And yeah. How did my song perform in the race? I won't know until February 15th. I'm pretty certain it's not gonna be in the running. Ryan Leach has very exacting standards, and actually, I mean, just listening back to it, it sounded like it lacked like thump and heart and bottom to it. So I think that's gonna be like an automatic disqualification for this kind of music, because you want it to be like heart thumping. So I don't know how well it's gonna do. But I'd be pleased even if he picked it as one of his, like, here's why we didn't pick this song and let's like pull it apart sort of thing. Like that was, I watched one of his for a previous contest, and it was really helpful, actually. Very cool. Well, thank you. Thanks for the good luck. I always appreciate. All right, so let's take a look into this sound. See what all is there. See if we have any frequencies that are weird. So first of all, there seems to be like a lot of this weird bass rumble stuff. So like that's nothing. I don't need any of that. So I made a good choice in just cutting that off. But let's listen to some of these middle frequencies. Let's make this skinny. See what's there. Another really cool one to do a frequency sweep. Well, these middle ones they're not annoying. We'll just leave them kind of flat, as they're already taller. And then let's do some, and then we'll play with the filtering. I really like the filtering stuff that was happening. So let's listen again. Automate in some of these cool these frequency things. It's fun. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, filtering is, I think I need to add it to my like list of things that I do to sweeten stuff. Like, I think it's easy for me to just like make the arrangement and then be like, oh, it's done now. But it's this kind of subtle stuff that's the sauce. Yeah. It's cool. So let's listen to that now. I think I want to start it off with it low filtered. So it kind of opens up. How difficult is that to automate? Can you demonstrate, please? Yes, not hard. Especially, I have set my mouse setting to latch setting, so that I'm not having to hold down my mouse the whole time that I'm playing through, and I'm able to just move the mouse around, move the wheel. I use one of these. Try to hold this up. Kensington mice, so I have minimal movement with my hand. It's supposed to be good for carpal tunnel and whatever, and I feel like I can get more control over the automation designs that I'm drawing in with this ball type mouse, upside down mouse. But having it set to latch is helpful, and that's something you do through Windows. Getting used to it in my other programs is kind of it's a process too, but I just did that recently, and I find it helpful. So all you do to automate something is hit this button here, this red that says W, and that's for write. And once that's read, everything that has like a little, the little red brackets around it is stuff that I can automate. So I could just automate when this is pressed to write. I can automate any of these just by holding them and dragging them around, just like it did. And that what that does is it writes it to the track. So you can see all these things. I just automated in up here. That's what these lines are. Each of these automation lines, and you can see each automation track lane by going to this little like N for envelope, and this shows you all the automation envelopes that are being drawn in, and those are all the EQ ones. Like it's the frequency and the gain. So yeah, not difficult at all. I think I have and I know I have a short video on automation, which I recommend you watch. And it also has some resources in the description of that video of other videos that you can watch about automation that make it really simple. So, good question. I feel like automation is one of those things too that's something that Ryan Leach talked about when he talked about the sort of the why these did not make the finalist tracks, is that the instruments sounded fake and then they weren't automated to have dynamics at all. So they were just the factory setting. When you automate in dynamics or automate in these filter sweeps and things like that, it forces the non-living instrument to breathe. You have to, it's interesting. He talked about you have to make this dead thing artificially breathe. Whoa. So that's what automation can do. And all right. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. Latch. Is that in preferences? It's if you go to settings and go to your mouse settings. You know what? Let's do it. Because I remember it was sort of a hassle for me to deal with, but you go to your settings and then to your devices and a mouse and additional mouse settings here. See? Okay. And let me drag this over. It gives you this. And turn on click lock. That's what it's called. So it's not called latch, it's called click lock. And then you can set it to, if you want it to be a long or short amount of time till it is locked. This is an amount of time that seems to have worked for me. It's taken me maybe a couple weeks to really get used to it, but now that I'm getting there, it's pretty helpful, even for other things too, other editing programs and digital art things that I do as well. So that I hope that's helpful. But definitely in music production, I think this is a helpful one to have the click lock on, actually. So I hope that was helpful. Little hint, tip there. All right, so let's continue on. So we've improved the drum sound by boosting the transient on it, the between 4 and 5K. Thank you, Andre. I also added the an infra, a sub frequency generator to that bass. That was the effect that I put on it. And I also gave it boost 11, which is maybe like too much. I don't know. And then we made sure to put a compressor on it so that the ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom of the drums could always pop through. That, yes, Sam, and that's for Windows, not Cakewalk. Right. Yep. So if you're an Apple user, I'm certain that there's something similar. If you go to your mouse preferences, there's going to be some sort of click lock or latch kind of thing. But that's not a Cakewalk specific thing. That would be Panda. And indeed, all across all of your computer. So, yeah. It's interesting. Now these background pieces are kind of like sucking back and forth, and it's kind of, I think it's pretty cool. Let me go back to freezing these. Just to save on every little bit of CPU helps. I'm wanting to ask my computer people if they can put in more RAM. I don't know how much I have, but I just feel like more is always better. And it's time. I've had this computer for 3 years now. So time for another terabyte or 2 of storage and more RAM if it's possible. Okay. All right, let's see what else we can improve. Still, like with the booms, I feel like they could be a little bit better. They're improved though. I think this one's just too loud. Let's just bring it down. Yeah, it's better. Also, this could use some panning. So let's do with this sound. It'd be cool if it kind of was like a wind swishing back and forth, right? So that's something I can draw in using the draw tool. And ooh, I haven't done this in a while. So let's see. Draw tool. Whoa, what did I just press? Okay. Draw tool. Is it T? Yep. T. I remembered. Okay, it gives you this little menu here. And what I want is this one. This draw. And, but I want it to, I'm going to right click that and give it the sign. I could go sign, I could go triangle. Let's do sign. It's nice and smooth. And I want to do panning. Let's do panning. And we're going to draw it in. And I want to make it so that it'll snap to whole notes. And then I can just draw it up. Boop. And I should just be able to drag it right along the top here. Like that. Keep going. Whoa. There we go. Fix those. Oh, that's it. Okay, great. Then back to my smart tool. Hit F5. Just like delete those guys. There we go. Good. Goodbye. And that should have given me a nice panning back and forth with this effect. So let's listen. Cool. little too much. I don't have to make it so extreme. It's not bad, but I think that I want to. Here, let's go back to our sine wave. Good. Don't want to bring it all the way to the top, just like that much. Let's do that. Ding, 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 ding. Right there. Good. Save. Isn't that neat? Yeah. That was a Bongonzo trick. His channel's great. I don't know if he's still doing stuff, but his videos are really, really helpful. Cakewalk tutorials are wonderful. I link that video of his in my automation video, so if you want to check that out. All right, I like that. That's sounding cool. And so that's another way to do automation without like the right function. Even though having this rainy thing in there was kind of like an accident, let's see what it sounds like without it. Cleans it up. Here's with. I probably don't need it. Sort of gives it an ice crackly sound. But I don't think it's necessary, so I'm going to go ahead and mute it. Let's listen to this. This is one that could use some life in it. Not even necessarily. It's such a cool sound, but I feel like you could use some wobble or something. Let me try something. Let us try. Something I really like is the Cakewalk modulator. Is it the song? Yeah, this. This is a very cool, like tremolator, like tremolator. Does all kinds of fun stuff. So let's play with this a little bit. Oh, because I don't have that. I don't have it turned on. That's why. That's why I'm like, I don't hear anything different. Ooh, cool. Let's listen to that. I like this. Neat. It's subtle, but that really gives it some nice movement. Okay, so now what's poking out to me is these clacks. Anybody else feeling like those clacks need some help? Like put them in the same room as everybody else or something. Yeah. So let's listen to these clacks. They show up. Where do you show up? Right here. Okay, I have the air on them really boosted, which might not be totally necessary. Probably just like turn them up rather than turning up the EQ on them. So yeah, and the reverb is already in that sound. I don't have control over the reverb in those clacks. So I could either like lean into it or yeah, let's figure out what's going to make those sound really integrated. Okay, ready? Yeah, what would make those sound cool? Let me first of all see about what kind of console setting I have on them and tube setting I have. Let's see. I put it in the warm slammed. I tend to like that setting for tops, drum top type things. And this one, I think I just have it on the regular, whatever the default is. That's fine. Let's see about a factory built EQ for this. There's one that's like a overheads crisper punch and click and percussion enhancer. So let's see about some of these. I'll do it in isolation first. That's an interesting curve, isn't it? What about this? Ooh, what? Gives it more depth. You know, I rather like that. I didn't expect to like all of those deeper frequencies in there, but I don't know. I think they're working. I'm going to copy this over. After you just saw me do that, I held Control and left mouse button, dragged it over, and it copies over the EQ, which is really neat. Okay, so what else for the clackies? I wanted them to sound really kind of like smacky. So let's look at this, this especially. It's more clicky up here in 5K. It's more snappy here at like 3. That's pretty nice. Kind of like that. It's kind of nice to have them slightly EQ'd differently from the fill too. Like they have the clack for the fills and a clack for just like regular clacks. Yeah, that's cool. All right, let's look at our tom drum now. That dunk-a-dunk-a-dunk-a-dunk-a-dunk-a-dunk thing that's happening right here. You can hear this. And those are dry as can be. And I kind of wonder about that in terms of the clacks. We could try putting a little bit of reverb on those. To try to pull them into kind of the same space as the clacks. Let's see what happens anyway. So that's this little tom sound. Have I got a reverb? I do have a reverb. It's a huge weird reverb. Ooh. Like that. Let me show you what reverb this is. This has become my favorite. Oh wait, oh my gosh, I was expecting the Voxengo Valhalla reverb, but hello. This is just our old bus default reverb. Awesome, sounds really nice. All right, so let's hear it with this now. feel like a little bit. Now the clacks and the toms are kind of like in the same space. Here, let's listen to them together. I don't need reverb on the kick. Hi, Tyler Silva. Yes, welcome. I'm working on improving this track that is already like done deal. I submitted it to the thing, but I wanted to take the time to go back and just critique myself on how I could make this juicier and fatter and better all around. And we're not talking about arrangement here. I'm not messing with the arrangement too much at this point. Even though that's always like the first place to go with improving something is like, what can I get rid of? So we did get rid of something, and I had like this like rain sound effect in there, and I decided I didn't need it. Didn't really add much. So we're going through each of the instruments now to see how can we make this sweeter? How can we make this better? How can we make this fit more and make it more integrated into the track in general? So let's see. I like that I put the tom in the same kind of reverby space as the clacks. So let's listen to this whole thing so far and see if there's anything else that pokes out. And tomorrow is Groundhog Day. Did anybody else submit for this contest? Please link to your track if you did. I'd love to hear it. All right, arrangement thing. I'm wanting some things to kind of calm down a little bit before this. Let me get back to my smart tool, F5. Calm down before this kind of big break, this big war horn, some comes out. So what I want to do is bring down the volumes a bit on, let's see, these two here. And I think I did connect them. Yeah, cool. So let's do some writing there, figure out where they need to calm down. So here's my break. So it would be like I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like they really sort of cleared a way for this big war horn to come in now. Save. Now, this war horn, this like is such a cool sound. And I want to show you how I made this. I did it with resampling. Oh, let me get this back too. No, go away. back to smart grid. There we go. Okay. So this sound, yeah, let's listen. Oh, okay. So that's the war horn, and then I did this. That's not what I meant to. There we go. There's like this gapper snipper thing that comes with, I want to say with Windows. It's this. And yeah, because it was one of those things that just, so let me know if you have this too, the gapper snipper. I don't have good control over it. So what I did is I put it on a bus and then did an aux channel to resample the bus. So all I was getting was just the affected sound. And because otherwise it would go on forever and ever and ever. But this is, I have more control over it. So I feel like it's kind of an important part here. And I want to emphasize it somehow, either by turning some other things down. So let's figure out what would be coming down in that point. Probably just the straight up war horn would be coming down as this other one comes in. So that's number 18. Do a bit of writing on there. Oh, and I don't actually need that gapper snipper on there. Oop. Ooh, I don't have the Pro channel on. Did some filter stuff there. Yeah. I think I can bring it down farther than I did, so let's do that. So again, I did was hit write. Here's what I'm doing. Oh, and while it's writing, let me make sure it has, you can see what it's writing up here. Okay. So I'm going to hit play. All right, so that went down. And let's bring this one so that it comes kind of up a little bit more too. I think that would be pretty cool. Okay. Oh my God. I think this is my CPU telling me to take a break. I will soon. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Wiggle this. Okay, let's see how that sounds now. I feel like maybe I pulled this out a little too quickly. Let's try it again. this is already sounding so much better. Ugh. Okay. Sam, you're saying, I'm starting to like the tap sound in the background of the drumsticks. Is that being panned? Let's take a look. I feel like I maybe did something, but let's look. I think I panned them a little bit. I just put them off to the side. I'm not moving them around. I could. Might be kind of neat if I did that. Let's experiment. So, I can always write it, and if I hate it, then can not. Just erase it. Try something else. Fix that. Yeah, all right. Had a little snap. I think that's sounding really cool. Okay, Sam, you're agreeing with me there. Awesome. Yep. Might be cooler to go side to side. I agree. It's pretty satisfying. Yeah, dope. Cool, as you say, it kind of catches you off guard to know where those beats are gonna snap in. Nice. Yeah. All right. Let's see if we like this from the top now. Cool. I also think it's like ice cracking kind of thing. Like a frozen lake cracking. I want to build some more drama around this when everything comes back in. How can we do that? What else can we pull out so that it builds drama there? What else happening? War horns happening. Yeah, really, really liking those clacks. We'll just go ahead and lock those in, freeze them up. Yeah, what else can we... I mean, because I pulled these out. These are, like, gone there. They might as well be muted. Oh, I don't... Did I continue on with my, I did. Yeah, got my filter filtering on that and the panning going. This is what I like to see, all the little thingies. Maybe let's make this war horn pan from side to side too. Not side to side, but like make it like, yeah. Let's make it do a thing. All right, back it up. This war horn. 18. Got it on right already. So let's take it from like all the way right, or all the way left, and bring it on to the right. Cool. And I'm panning the gapped one already. Yeah. I kind of wonder if I need to have the kick drums emphasize the... Let's try it with the booms. Let's try the kick drums doing the same thing. So I think for this I would build one. So Alt 4 brings me to my step sequencer. So there should be bum. Because you notice this is all in 6/8. So it's got a little bit more of a like a swing feel to it. So I'm gonna bring the steps up to 8 as well. So it's dum, ba-bum, and then swing this by 60. Y'all can see this, but this little swing meter makes such a difference. It gets really touchy around like 60. Going past 62 really doesn't. So I'm hearing it like this. Dum, dum, ba-dum, dum. Okay, that might be all I need to do. Dum. That's nice. And then it would be the same thing in the back. The end. Copy, and where are we? Paste. Let's fix the getting. Oh, and I don't need as much of it. There we go. Boom. I'm gonna fix it. Dump-a-dum. Oh wait, no. And a 1. Yeah, that's it. Cool. All right. Let's see if things are in focus like they should be. Sam Jr. Music video with the song starts off with the airplane sound in the beginning, dropping down, karate animation figures breaking blocks of ice, more like a video game soundtrack. Yes. And that's what it's meant to be, really. Do I have the animation playing? Can I have it show? I'm sure I can. Oh no! Save. Yeah, the prompt was to do this piece of music to a piece of art. And The art was a still photograph, but I've zhuzhed it up a little bit and gave it some animation. Now, this has been bothering me, and if y'all know how to fix this, please let me know. Like, I can't get it to be resized with the actual piece of art. Like, this is not how it should look. And it's just not behaving. I wonder if I can dock this somewhere. Can I dock it? Nope. It's really annoying. Cause yeah, this is like, I can't even, control, zoom out, right click. Oh, here we go. Nope. Time display, stretch out. How about preserve aspect ratio? That was a right click magic. There we go. I kind of wanted the clacks to go with the lightning, but they sometimes do, but not really. Did this with an awesome animation program called Pixaloop, which I love a lot. You can take a still image and then just do beautiful kind of ethereal animations. Drum mixing, 6/8 beats, never let them see you sweat. Mix and be. I'm not sure what that reference is, but sure. Well, this is already sounding a lot cooler. And, yeah. So, thanks, y'all. Shall we compare to what we started with? I think we should. Let me pull up the track from my YouTube channel. And let's compare from where we were to where we are now. Wow. Yeah. It's all like treble heavy. You can see it doesn't have the like oomph and the boom. So to compare. Ah, there it is. I like how the arpeggio is not necessarily the main event anymore. It's like sort of going in and out of being the main event. But yeah, this has a lot more like thump. I feel like it could still use more, but it's a lot better. Yeah. We did it. Cool. Yeah, I'd be proud of that track. I think it would be a little bit of mastering. I have it's technically mastered right now. Like, I have this master desk on it to give it a little bit more foundation, and I have a bit of compression on it. I have it set to like this master bus light compression, and then this EQ. so it just took out a little bit. It's a really subtle EQ. It took out a little bit of mud. I guess I could give it a smidge more of air. Let's do that a little bit. Just a little. From what I understand with mastering, it's better to be really subtle with your moves on your mastering bus. Yeah, things feel like they're in the same space now. It's like, yeah, these ice caves. I'm so glad that you got that, Sam, with like this icy cold feeling without even seeing the image. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, things are kind of like moving around now. It's more exciting. Cool. Yeah. A lot more definition, a lot more clarity now. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks, y'all. That was fun. That was fun to critique myself. And really liked your comments and suggestions. Super helpful, as always. And yeah, I hope it was in some way helpful and or inspiring to you to go out and make music. I like these contests just because like it's so low pressure and it's fun to just see what I can do. I've not composed to a still image before, and I couldn't resist animating it. So I guess I still haven't composed to a still image, but like you get the idea. That this was something new for me, and that's the great thing about contests is it's like any project I'm learning from, but it's fun to do something just sort of like different and cool, and a great excuse to use these vital presets from Jazz and Sounds, which were like free and incredible. I threw them $5 anyway because it's like it takes such an effort to curate those things, and it's well worth it. Those sounds are incredible. So do check them out. Well, until next time. Oh, wait, Sam, you have a question. Before I forget, on your channel, do you have a demonstration on how to step-by-step add plugins? You know, I was thinking about that. I think you had asked me about that, and I have an old video called "What is a VST?" And it's like one of my like third videos or whatever. But I go through the process of installing it, installing VST. So yes, I do. Let me see if I can get the link to it. If it's gonna be, I don't know. Some of my old videos I've like embarrassed for myself, but you know, it was me learning things. I'm always learning things. I guess maybe in a year I'll look back and be like, oh man, I remember when, you know, but yeah. Let me take a look. VST. What is a VST? What is a VST? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there's so many videos of what is a VST that my little produce aisle one, I don't know. Oh, this is it's one where I was still using my like whiteboard background too. Well, anyway. So, yes. The answer is yes, kind of. And I hope it will help you here. I'll drop it in the chat. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you, and that you keep on making music, finish stuff, put stuff out there into the world so that people can enjoy it and you can keep growing and learning. That's what I'm trying to do. And yeah, I will see you next week. And